What's up? It's your boy Big G coming at you again with yet another video. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my page, walking with me. I hope you get something from these stories and everything. But the most important thing is, please stay out of prison, stay out of jail. When I tell you these stories, I really want you to not ever put yourself in that predicament, but I want you to put yourself in the mind frame that I'm not going to ever do nothing wrong to go to jail, because this is how it is in there. And I'm telling you from an officer's perspective and an inmate's perspective, because my experience is for both. Now, I'm just going to get right into it. A lot of y'all, if you've been following my page, a lot of y'all already know my MO. You know that I was a correction officer. Yeah, you can call me a dirty CO. You know that I was bringing drugs in. I've been in the paper for bringing in coke, weed, liquor, alcohol, and occasionally pimping out a female CO. That's another video that's coming up. But today, I'm going to tell you a little story about a situation I ran into. Listen, when you become a drug dealer on the street, you know what comes with that. It's either death or jail. You know, very few people just get to ride off into the sunset and have good careers of being on the street. Very few people. Some people do. Got some old timers out there that's still rocking out. Now, once I dove into the life of being a drug dealer as a correction officer inside the jail, I was all the way in. So, like, I had various inmates working for me, you know what I'm saying, doing different things. I had inmates working in the mess hall, in the yard, doing religious service, doing sanitation, like for money, because a lot of inmates be screwed up in there. And a little $50 go a long way. $50 go a long way in compensate when a bag of soda is like 20 cents and 30 cents and a bag of chips is 10 cents. So you got $50 on your books. You can juggle, you can do things, you can move around for a few months if you play it right. So one particular time, you know, as a correction officer, well, as a person, I had a bad gambling problem. I used to shoot CeeLo everywhere, no matter where it was. Most in the gambling spot, but if a game was going on in the exit, if a game was going on outside on the stoop, your boy was in. I was there. It didn't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? I had the shakes real bad. So one particular night, I go to the gambling spot. Now, the gambling spot got a lot of superstition, and, you know, people, when they trying to gamble, you know, they got things that they don't like. Shooting with certain dice. They don't like certain people standing by them. They don't like people saying certain things when they shooting. Don't bump my arm, whatever. So I go in there, and one thing I know universally is people, well, me, since when I was shooting dice, if a guy brung a random female in there with him that we know don't shoot dice, it's bad for us because they don't know what they're doing, and when they don't know what they're doing, they end up winning. They end up winning all the time. That's how most of us got hooked the first time we went in there. We shot dice. We didn't know what we was doing. I remember the first time I went in there with $5, I came out with $700. You couldn't tell me that shooting dice wasn't the way of the world. So ever since then, I was hooked. I've been shooting dice. So I go in there this particular particular night. I got a stack. You know, it was 500 up. No problem. Put my bet down. This dude had a chick shooting for him. We all sitting there like, oh, come on, right? So she's shooting the dice. She shot a deuce. Guess what? 4 of us aced to that deuce and lost. So that tells you what kind of night it was going to be. After that, she shot head crack at the head crack at the head crack. She didn't even know, how to hold the dice, how to shoot them, how to throw them, and he just sitting up there racking up the money. Yo, I was dead popped. After she finished with me, I even had to borrow $200 from my man to try to get back on. And when I finally got a chance to shoot, I shot a 5, she head cracked. Killed me. Destroyed. I mean, I was shooting so bad, I felt like I had 2 women pregnant at the same time. That's how my luck was. So the next day I was mad because I lost. But at the same time, just like any self-respecting drug dealer, I knew the next day I was going to get a re-up. I knew I was going to get my money back. So fast forward. The next day come. As per usual, I go on my post. I relieve the midnight officer. He leaves after he take the count. I crack my man Flacco. Flacco was my connect, the guy who ran my business when I wasn't there. I cracked his cell. And we did the same thing every morning. I bought 2 bacon nigga cheese. I gave him one. I had one, and we had breakfast and we talked business. So when he gave me my money, it was short, little like $1,300. I'm like, yo, what happened? I said, it's Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday ain't no visit. We should have been killing them. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Monday, Tuesday ain't no visits on Rikers Island. So that means that everybody's dry. Everybody's dry. Nobody has cigarettes. Nobody has nothing. They waiting for their girlfriend or whatever to come on Wednesday to bring them shit in, bring contraband and stuff on Wednesday. So Monday and Tuesday, the days I really kill and make the most of my money. So when he told me he was short, I said, what happened? He said, yo, word is that there's a cat in another housing area that doing the same thing you doing, and he's selling it for cheaper. So people are getting it from him. I'm like, nah. He said, yeah. He said, yo, nobody wanted nothing. They was all taken care of by him. So my thing is, listen, find out who that is. Find out, who's this connect. Find out everything you need to know about him. So now, a few days go by, Flacco came back. Listen, all it takes is a little $20 on somebody's commissary, a little juggle here. When I say juggle, inmates juggling, giving cigarettes and stuff in exchange for soups and tuna and all that kind of stuff, because motherfuckers won't start talking. And guess what? I found out who the officer was, what housing area he worked, and I found out the inmate that he was connected with that was running things for him like Flacco was running things for me. So this is what I told Flacco to do. I waited. I told him to wait till they go to the yard, send 2 people back, and send 2 people after his connect. And that's what they did. Went to the yard. They sent people after him, packed them up, sent them right to the medical, sent them right to the infirmary. He either signed in or got out the building. So that was the first thing I did. So the second thing I did was I found out exactly what the officer was and what hours he worked. So getting to him was going to be a little bit different. So what I did was I took $200. Found 2 inmates in his housing area. Found out 2 inmates in his housing that didn't have nothing, who family wasn't taking care of him, who was never going to commissary, never had nothing, same clothes on, and was basically stranded in there. I arranged for Flacco, give me the information. $200, $100 a piece was put on their book. Now, here's what they had to do. They staged a fight with one another. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too brutal or nothing like that, but it was enough for that officer to press his body along and get the pro team and the captain and the squad to go down there. So once they went down there to break up the fight that they staged, when they got him and searched him, they found a fresh pack of Tops tobacco that you got from the street. Now, normally when you bring in contraband in, you never leave it in the package. You take it out the package, you put it in something in a glove called balloons, and they end up boofing it, and that's how they transfer it throughout the jail. So he had a fresh pouch of tobacco. And the inmates, so it was like the inmates had to get it from an officer. You had to get it from an officer. And they end up snitching, so allegedly, and lying, and said that this officer gave it to him, which, of course, he denied in his report and everything. All kind of reports was filed and everything, but he was under investigation. And shortly after that, he put in his papers to get transferred, and that's how I got him packed up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Now, he know the rules. As a correctional officer, he know better than to bring contraband and drugs and stuff inside my jail. You get what I'm saying? My jail. It's your boy, Big G. I got more stories to tell you. Now, this is another reason for you not to be going to prison, because correctional officers ain't there to save you. We're not. It's your boy, Big G, and I'm out. Stay tuned for more stories.